Alright, well here's a good example of what I was talking about, of the plants kind of mimic each other. You know, the ones they especially have a you know, a dependency or a relationship with. See it? That's what I've noticed is about as far as shape. Remember, I can't see detail very heavily, so all I can see is shape and color and shading. And the only time I can see is like up close. It has to be, you know, I wear spectacles and things like that, and I've tried to opt for you know, LASIK surgery so I can get all that straightened out. But the only thing I can see is shapes and proper, you know, real intense colors and things like that. But I noticed, because of the way my eyesight is kind of squared up, screwed up, whatever you want to call it, is that the plants look like to me like they're trying to mimic each other from the relationship that they have. And I thought this would be a good example to show, as if you're looking at them. These are the plants I commonly see them around. See, and if you look, they're all over the whole valley, all the way down to the road where I just came up. And I just came from over there all the way down here. As you can see, there's still more. They're just popping up all over the place, the whole hillside basically. Let's see if I can get down here. And man, I've already harvested some of that. You can see my bag is about full. So, and it continues on for another several hundred feet, and I could just be here all day doing this, and I'm not. I'm going to spend an hour a day. I'm not going to totally come through and cut them all up. I also leave the youngsters, and I just take the ones that are too wormy and leave a lot of the youngsters, and then I probably won't come back again. I'll just move to another section, but I'll leave the other ones after they've spored. But I just wanted to point that out, as those leaves over there as well, they're trying to mimic, you know, especially the plant they have the most relationship with. You know, I guess they're mocking each other, or, you know, it's kind of like anything. You start living next door to somebody, you start looking like them. But I wanted to point that out. As far as the shapes go, every time I see, they'll change shapes too. Some of the places I've seen these, they don't look exactly like this. They actually change. They're a little bit more shinier, or the leaves more orchid-like. Here you can definitely tell that the new growth and the fungus, which they have a, like I said, a relationship of some sort, that, like I said, I can't explain all that. Pardon me, Missouri Farm Association, British Petroleum is flying over right now. Let me get that out of the way. See, they're next door. They're the ones we have the problem with. But anyhow, you know, break time. Back to work, slaves. Anyhow, as you can see, like I said, the way because of my eyesight, I can't see far away. I can see colors and shapes. I cannot see absolute detail unless it's up in my face. So, as you can tell here, the way that the plants, the two are trying to mimic each other, or like I said, this is the one that's dependent upon that. So this is the host plant. See how they're trying to mimic each other? And so that helps me when we go to identify or locate. You know, it's like, hey, you can use a lot of topographical maps. Just walk around looking for the type of plants that you're looking for, and then you'll find these. But I don't need to look for that. You know, I can see that. That's obvious. It's like, hello, I'm yellow. Right? And to me, they kind of look similar. Like, you know, he's trying to blend in. So whatever, you know, I guess is going on there. But I thought that I would post that or add this to this segment, and kind of increase people's idea of what is that again, and how does it work? Well, you know, I can't explain everything because I didn't create it. But as you can tell, there's just a lot of it. And the most commonality I keep seeing is that these plants grow together in certain areas, and they have relationships with only certain kinds of plants and environment. That's it. Okay? They do like sunlight, as you can see, but they don't like, you know, just... See, there's the sunshine, but it's probably not a lot. Maybe an hour or two, and then boom, that's it, they're out. But I wanted to let y'all know that I keep seeing this repetitive activity, especially, like I said, look how big that one is. See, it looks like they're mimicking each other. I thought that was cool.